What's up, gamers and collectors? DGC back with another video. Got some nice pickups, a couple pre-order things, and a couple future upcoming games I wanted to talk about. And let's go ahead and jump in and check it out. Alrighty, up first we have a Switch game I wanted to re-add to the collection, that being Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. Not the greatest game of all time or anything by any means, but it does deserve to be in your Switch collection. It's a cool game, an exclusive game for the Switch. Definitely pick this one up. Not a rare game by any means, but it's definitely, you know, you might have to go to 1 or 2, 3 GameStops to find it. So definitely on the slightly uncommon side, just because it's such an older title. Cool little game though. Definitely a pretty unique game, you could say. So you'll definitely have some fun with that one. Up next, we got 3 games from Video Games Plus up in Canada. As you know, Lunar was an Amazon exclusive in America. It sold out. I wanted it. Video Games Plus was only selling in Canada at the time. Then they did say they were going to sell to America. So then I did grab a copy of Lunar PS4. At the same time, they also reprinted Ys Memories of Celceta. So then I did also grab that. This actually does come with a nice manual in there, and it is color and everything. These are still up for actually both these are still up for grabs on Video Games Plus if you want them. So definitely grab those. And at the same time, they also had Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster for $10 off. And then with all 3 of these games, I got free shipping because it was over, I think it's over $80 US you get free shipping. So really happy to grab all that. Essentially 5 RPGs right there. So really nice little grab there on those. And then the last physical pickup that we got was Clair Obscur Expedition 33, PS5. This actually just came in the mail the other day. I have not had this, but for a couple of days. I did start playing this. I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably about 5-6 hours in, so not super far into it. I avoided any spoilers. I haven't really kept up with it. Obviously, I know everybody's ranting and raving about the game. I didn't want to know anything about it because I assume it's such a cool story that I don't want to have any spoilers. So I have restrained myself from spoiling anything on Twitter or even YouTube for that matter. So excited to finish this story off and play that. Other than that, prior to that, I was playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm roughly level 35-ish, and that took roughly about 50 hours to get to 50 hours to get to that level. The amount of grinding that it takes to get to the mech, and then I'm at the point where my mech still can't fly, and then eventually you can fly, and then I was just like, it's just too much fucking grinding in that game. I will go back to it just so that I can say I finally beat it, because I never beat it on the Wii U either. I'm further in this game than I ever got on the Wii U, but it's definitely the weakest of the Xenoblade games. And then I was playing Bakaru for a while, was playing Drakengard, was playing Everything or Nothing. I need to finish these 3 games, but then just more shit keeps coming out that I have to play, and then this came out, now I'm playing this currently. And then also Microsoft shadow dropped Oblivion on us, which I was playing the absolute hell out of that game. Really, frankly, kind of got dangerously addicted to it again, like I was 16 all over again. The first time when it came out in 2006, I was 16, 17, and I remember I guess that would have been the summer of, I guess 2007, right? Yeah, so it would have been like that summer of 2007. I remember playing that for like weeks on end and not leaving my parents' basement and just having an absolute blast playing that. I had an absolute blast playing it again. I did the Thieves Guild, the Brotherhood, and then I did the Arena, then I did the main story. I started Shivering Isles, didn't finish it, uninstalled the game because I was getting too addicted and too consumed with the game. It was kind of like taking over my life in a way. Like, I mean, I didn't miss work or anything, but like I would stay up way too late and then I'd be tired at work. And it was just becoming an issue, so I had to uninstall it because I was just playing too much fucking Oblivion, if I'm being honest with you. It was kind of getting rough. Loved every bit of it. It was a fantastic experience. I'm really glad that they shadow dropped that. It was a really cool thing that they did that. And then also Doom came out recently. I was playing that as well, but then Clair Expedition 33 came out, so I really want to play that more so than I want to play Doom. I'll go back to Doom, and then I guess I will eventually go back to these games, and then eventually work my way back to playing this, which it's like, let me know in the comments. Am I overreacting, or is this game really just that grindy? It just seems overbearingly and overly too much grinding. There's just way too much grinding in this game. It's just too much. It's just overwhelming, if I'm being honest. It just is. Really good game, but just overwhelming. Then I was playing Sniper Elite Resistance for a little while there on the Game Pass on PC. That was really good. Really enjoyed that. Really solid game. Definitely recommend playing it on Game Pass. I don't know if I'd buy it, but I would say it's worth playing on Game Pass. That I can say. I did also pick up some PSVR 2 games. I got Arizona Sunshine Remake. I got Metro Awakening VR. I got Alien Rogue Incursion Part 1. I don't know when Part 2 is coming out. Excited to play those. I did start playing Arizona Sunshine Remake. Really good game. I never played the first iteration of it, so playing the remake, it's really good. It's basically just the graphics engine of the second game into the first game, and then that's pretty much it. And it's the first game, just better graphics. Really good game. Really enjoying that. If you have a PSVR, I definitely recommend those titles because there ain't much there to play from Sony, that's for sure. Actually, thinking about it now, Sony has only ever released Horizon Call of the Wild for the PSVR. And we're going on 2.5 years of PSVR 2, I think, give or take. It's been at least 2 years. And we've gotten one first-party exclusive. One. I don't think I'll buy a PSVR 3. I don't think I would do it. Sony really did release that and just wiped their hands with it, and they're done with it. They didn't even try. They haven't even put in the manpower to have Bluepoint, who's typically their second-party studio, or they might be first-party, I don't know. They do a lot of the remakes and remasters for them. They could easily have an offshoot team just upscaling the PSVR 1 graphics and then changing the controls to the new controllers and then re-releasing them, first-party games, on the PSVR 2. I would buy them. People would buy them. I don't know why they haven't done that. How hard could it possibly be to port up Wipeout HD Collection from the PSVR 1 to PSVR 2? How hard could that possibly be? I just don't get it. Why is the new Astro game not supported in VR? The last game that Astro had was a full-on PSVR game. Arguably one of the better games for the first system. So why is the new Astro game, which is, if you're not aware, Sony recently, they fucking axed Sackboy. They took him out of all the marketing material. Sackboy's dead. They have now replaced him with Astro. That disappoints me as a Little Big Planet fan. Little Big Planet is very near and dear to me. I loved that game franchise during the PS3 generation. Played the absolute shit out of Little Big Planet. I really enjoyed those games. I think they're really special. They're just really fun. So Astrobot is your new main little cutesy mascot. That's cool. Astrobot's cool too. It's a great game. I really loved it. I loved all the Astrobot stuff. How is the new game not supported by that? That game was literally the game of the year, which it is a good game. I don't know if it was the game of the year last year. Whatever. How is that not? It's been like 6 months. How is it not supported in VR yet? Like I don't get it. I do not get it. It makes no sense to me. Side tangent there. Not a lot of pickups here, for once. Kind of a rarity for me. I've really just been playing a lot of games and kind of slowing down my pickups. With that being said, I was lucky enough to get a Switch 2 pre-order. I'm very grateful for that, very appreciative, very excited for it. Cannot wait. I've been like counting the days down, literally looking at the calendar, just like, getting close, getting close, getting close. As of recording this, we're about 2 weeks away. Very excited for it. I was able to get the console pre-order through Walmart. It has now entered the preparing phase on Walmart's website. Hasn't charged my card yet, which does have me a little nervous. It is up to date though, so hopefully that does get charged correctly. Hopefully it arrives on launch day. Hopefully it's not damaged. Hopefully it arrives on time. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen, etc., etc. I hope I get it, and I hope I have a good little launch day, you know. Obviously it's a Thursday, which, why? Why can't we just release it on a Friday? Release it on a Friday so that everybody can enjoy it over the weekend. Why release it on a Thursday? It's silly to me, but whatever. So I got that from Walmart, and then from Best Buy I got Mario Kart World, I've got Donkey Kong Bonanza, and the Pro Controller pre-ordered. For every $150 that you spend at Best Buy, not including the system, other stuff, games, accessories, you get a free $20 in-store or online gift card, like digital gift card. So I figured, fuck it, I'll do all that and I'll get that $20, that's free. Then I'll use that to get some of the digital games that I want to get. So what I do plan on picking up day one, Bravely Default HD, definitely want to play that. It is one of the games, which you can't see it because it's way up there, it is one of the games that survived the great purge of my game collection, is both the Bravely Default games. They're really cool games. They're really special. They're really fun little RPGs. They're not the greatest RPGs, but they are really well done. Don't sleep on Bravely Default. If you get a Switch 2, you should play it. And if you're not getting a Switch 2 and have a 3DS and haven't played them, pick them up. Both the Bravely Defaults are good, and then Bravely Default 2 on the Switch 1 is a really good game. It's a really solid little title. Little bit harder to find, not like rare, but it is harder to find. I don't know, I guess they just didn't make a lot of copies of them. So I'm going to be getting Bravely Default HD. I'm going to get the fast racing game. I would debate on maybe Sonic Generations because I haven't played the Shadow stuff yet, so I wouldn't mind playing that. I would get all three of those digitally. At launch, that's really all that excites me. There's really not a whole lot there for me. Everything else I've already played it. Yakuza 0, I played that like 5 years ago. Cyberpunk, I played that like 4 years ago. Hitman, I've played that years ago. That's cool. Like if you're a Nintendo only guy, there's plenty of stuff there that you haven't been able to play. But I'm not a Nintendo only guy. So I've played pretty much all that other third party stuff that's coming. I feel weird saying this, but like there's such a drought of good stuff that I haven't played on the Switch. I was debating on Star Wars Outlaws. I love Star Wars, but I heard Outlaws is not great, so I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I was just debating on it just because it was something fresh to play that I haven't played yet. But then again, it's like $60 or $70, so for that price, I don't know. And then, obviously, I did. The Nintendo Switch is also getting the GameCube. Switch 2 is getting the GameCube online stuff or games, and they can also be played online. So you get at launch. Correct me in the comments. I think it's only going to be F-Zero GX, Soul Calibur 2, and Wind Waker are the three at launch. Wind Waker I could give a fuck less about because the Wii U version is still the best way to play it at home. If you're going to play it portably, obviously the Switch 2 is now the way to do that. But if you're going to play the home version, clearly the Wii U version is the better version. It looks phenomenal. And then F-Zero and Soul Calibur, I cannot wait to play those online. So I did also pre-order the GameCube controller on the Nintendo Online Store. So hopefully that'll come launch day as well. We'll see. So that's all I got for launch. Mario Kart World. I keep wanting to say Mario Kart Tour, but it's Mario Kart World. The $80 price tag. Does it bother me? Not really. Does the $450 bother me on the console? Not really. You're also looking at a dude who has day one bought GBA, SP, PSP, PSP Go, PSP 3000, the Vita, PS4, Wii U, Switch, the Wii, 360. Well, 360 was like a month after launch. 3DS, DS, 3DS XL. I don't know. Basically, every system that's come out in the last like 15, 18 years, maybe even 20 years, I've pretty much day one. So at no point in time am I ever just not gonna PS5, PS5 Pro, the PSVR 2 I day one, not the VR 1 though. That I got like a year later. So yeah, I've pretty much just day one every console because why not? Life's too short. I'm not gonna like $450. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but like the Switch was what, $300 at launch, I think, right? Or was it $350? No, it was $300, right? I honestly don't remember. I got it day one. I don't remember, and then obviously I got Zelda, Bomberman R, and the fast racing game, and I think that was it. And then I got a Pro Controller. And I didn't regret it, and I enjoyed it. Switch 2 at $450. It's a lot of money, but like at the same time, you're going to have that console for like, let's call it 5 to 8 years, right? As a main console until they release their next one. So in that time period, you're going to get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 Mario games, whether they be remaster, remakes, or brand new titles. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 Zelda games, whether they be brand new, remasters, or remakes, right? You're going to get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 Wario games if you're lucky. Probably WarioWare games, but you're probably going to get them. You're going to probably get a Yoshi game. You're probably going to get 3 or 4 Kirby games, because you always do. You're going to get a new Smash Bros. You're being optimistic here. We might get a Star Fox. We might get a Kid Icarus. We might get a Waluigi game finally. That one's not going to happen. But we might get a Dr. Luigi game again. We might get another NES Remix Part 3. We might get SNES Remix. You know what I mean? That would be kind of dope. We might get N64 Remix games. I don't know. There's a lot of different shit that they could do with the Switch too. We might get Star Fox Adventure Remastered. Now that's reaching. But just, you know, for me, $450, like, it. All right, so we're gonna have Mario Kart World, we're gonna have Bonanza, we're gonna have Kirby's Air Ride 2, we're gonna have the new Warriors Zelda game, whatever the fuck it's called, and Metroid Prime 4, and there was one other big Nintendo title that they already announced. I don't even remember what it was. Something. Within the next 6 months, you're already going to have 6 big first-party title games. Yes, it was Pokemon. So you're going to have all 6 of those within now to Christmas time on the Switch too. Zelda will be, or Pokemon will be on the old system also, and then Metroid will be on the old system. So 4 of those games are Switch 2 exclusive. 2 of them are cross. I'm good with spending $450 to play all those at the superior version, right? And then that's not even the first full year into the console, and we're already getting bangers like that. Like, as a Wii U guy who had the full Wii U library, and it's documented, I was one of the first people that had the full set, in America at least, which was kind of cool. Just saying. Got rid of it because it wasn't actually that cool to own them. It was cool to do the hunt. It wasn't cool to own them because 80% of that library is fucking garbage. So you can't see it, but up here is the Wii U collection. Not much survived because it doesn't really have that many good games. But all of the good first-party shit that was on the Wii U, to me, still plays better on the Wii U than on the Switch 1. I would rather play all that shit on the Wii U because that's where it was originally designed, played for, the features work there better, blah, 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 blah. The Switch 1, to me, was a shit system day one, and I've said this a million times. The hardware was weak from day one. The game library, at least, I would say a third of the library for it was Wii U ported games, first party wise, was Wii U ported games. So the whole Mario Kart that we've had for the whole generation of the Switch is the same one that I played way back in 2014. So yeah, I don't really like the Switch. I've never been ashamed or shy of admitting that. The Switch 1, it's a cool system, it's a good system, there are some good games for it. But I'm excited more too about the Switch 2 because we're finally going to break away from the Wii U porting of games, and we're finally going to get fresh new shit. And I'm excited for that. Hopefully, and this is something that I've never heard anybody talk about. When you had the home console division and the portable division combined at Nintendo, the thought was that we were going to get more games. In reality, we did not get more games. No one has ever... I've never seen another YouTuber talk about this. And I watch all the big Nintendo YouTubers. We didn't get more games. We got less games, in case y'all didn't realize. Because while we had Wii U and 3DS simultaneously, like during their generations, we were getting games out the wazoo on the 3DS because shittier graphics meant they could pump games out quicker. Quick, you know? And then with the Wii U, again, it was, at its time, it was an okay system, but they could pump out games way quicker, you know? We were just getting games left and right on both those consoles. And then now we're into the Switch, and like for me, there'll be months on end where I just don't even turn that motherfucker on. You know, like the last big online game that I like enjoyed playing on the Switch was Splatoon 3. And that was so long ago. And I played the hell out of it. And then I played the hell out of Splatoon 2. And I played Mario Kart a lot online on the Switch. Played a little bit of Smash online on Switch. But other than that, there's been nothing really that great, at least online-wise, to me. And then first party-wise, yeah, you had some Zeldas and this and that, and I loved all that. But I'm just excited for the Switch 2 because I think we're finally going to get new stuff. And that's very apparent. Being we're getting Kirby's Air Ride 2, there's kind of some hope that we're going to get that Kid Icarus. I think it's going to happen. If Nintendo finally allowed him to get away from Smash Bros., I would have to think. So he made Air Ride, and then he would have made Brawl, and then he would have worked on Kid Icarus, and then he would have worked on Wii U Smash, and then he would have worked on Switch Smash, and then now he's working on Kirby's Air Ride. I would like to think that maybe, just maybe, they'll let him do Kid Icarus. Even if it's just a remaster onto the Switch, too. Or a sequel. Oh, either one I would love. I really love... Again, here it is. Kid Icarus survived the Great Purge of the 3DS collection as well because it was such a good game. Kid Icarus on the 3DS is top 10 3DS game. It's a fantastic game. Every time you think the game's over, it's not actually over. That game is so long and it keeps going and it's so good and there's like adult humor in it and it's such a good game. It's so good. And I would just love to replay it on a TV or even, again, or a sequel. It would just be great. I'm so optimistically excited for what the Switch 2 has for us. Like I cannot wait. There's already rumors that we're getting Ocarina of Time. I wouldn't even be mad about that either, because again, that's been... we're coming on like 30 years at this point since Ocarina of Time came out. So I wouldn't even be mad. As long as it's like full-fledged, like current graphics, I would be totally fine with that. It would be awesome. And then, of course, they'd have to follow that up with Majora's Mask, you know. I'm excited. I'm very optimistic about whatever the Switch 2 holds. Let me know what your guys' anticipated games are for launch, and then what games you'd like to see come to the Switch 2. For me, I'm really excited about that Kirby's Air Ride 2. I'm excited about Metroid Prime 4. Bonanza looks... We don't really know a whole lot about it. I'm excited for it. I love Donkey Kong, so I'm very excited for it. But we don't really know a ton about it. We've only really seen a very teeny bit of the game. They redesigned Diddy, so obviously he's in the game. You wouldn't just redesign him for no reason, right? So clearly he's in the game. Then there was the Paulina on his back as like a young girl, and that got leaked from like Taiwan or Korea or something on one of their boxes, but not on the American box. And yeah, so we really just don't know anything about that game. And I don't know, it looks so different and unique that I'm excited for it. Is Ubisoft going to continue the Rabbids series? There was a job posting for that the other day on one of LinkedIn or something. So clearly they're going to continue that series too. So like we're going to get a third one in that franchise. So again, Switch 2, man, there's just going to be a lot of cool stuff coming out for that, and I'm so excited for it. I really can't wait. The hype of being 2 weeks away from a new console launch. I've already got the screen protectors. I've got all the little stuff pre-ordered, and then that first month is going to go by like nothing. And then Donkey Kong's going to be out, and then Metroid's going to come out, and then Pokemon's going to come out, and then the Hyrule Warriors is going to come out, and then it's going to be banger after banger after banger. And I haven't been this excited about Nintendo since the Wii U, and because the Switch to me was just such a disappointment as a Nintendo fan, and I really am excited. So hopefully you guys are too. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you're getting a Switch 2, what games you're going to get, what you're excited for, any other games that I should maybe reconsider getting. I would debate on Sonic Generations. That's the only other one that I'm kind of debating on, just to play the Shadow added stuff that they added. So, as always, guys, peace out for now. Till next time.
Come here, you mother... This is it, baby.